Hi, my name is Sam Morgan, and this is going to be part 2 of a short series of videos where I show you how to solve a symmetric difference algorithm on FreeCodeCamp. So in our last video, we got up and running with FreeCodeCamp. If you already had an account, you signed in. If not, you created one. We also introduced the problem that we're going to be solving in this short series of videos. In this video, we're going to be mainly focusing on writing code. So I'm going to kick things off by spreading out our arguments that we pass into our sim function here. And I'm going to create a new array, const arguments array. And we can just spread in our args right here. Oops. If you're curious about spread syntax in JavaScript, I will show you where that lives on the internet. I'm going to go over to Google, and I'm going to Google JS spread operator. And I'm going to come to this first link here at developer.mozilla.org, spread syntax. In the example below, you can see they are spreading out an array of numbers into a sum function and summing them up and then returning them. You can see here we're adding 1 plus 2 plus 3, and the correct output for that would be 6. All right, I just wanted to show you where you can learn more about that on the internet in case you were curious. I'm going to close this and come back over to FreeCodeCamp. Just to make sure everything is working, I'm going to go ahead and console.log our arguments array. And as you can see, we get an array with all of these subarrays that we pass into our function as expected. Now, if you remember, symmetric difference is only workable on 2 sets of elements at a time. So up above, I'm going to create a new function. And we're going to call this getSymDifference for 2 sets, leaving that empty for now. Right here, I'm going to create a new variable. I'm going to call it current difference. Making sure I'm spelling this correctly, difference. Setting that equal to a call to our function. And for now, we can just go ahead and pass in arguments array of 0 and arguments array of 1. Arguments array 0, arguments array 1. Perfect. Now above, we want to make sure we're passing our 2 arguments into our function, array 1 and array 2. And as discussed before, we're going to be using a frequency counter to solve this problem. So I'm going to create a new variable, const counter. Counter. Setting that equal to an object. Now, this counter is how we're going to keep track of where we see different values in array 1 and array 2, and if they're exclusive to array 1 or array 2. So in order to do that, we need to first loop through array 1 for const number of, can't spell today, number of array 1. We are going to check if there is not a key on counter that corresponds with this specific number. If that's the case, we are going to say counter at number is going to equal a new array, and we're going to pass in the string a, indicating that we have seen this number inside of array a, otherwise known as array 1. We can repeat that same process for array 2. Array 2. If we haven't seen it, we are going to say we've seen this in array b or 2. If we have, you just copy this right here. We are going to say counter at number dot push b. With that, we can go ahead and console log our counter. So console.log counter. And below, you see we get some results. Let's take a look. The number 1 is found in set A and B. That is correct. Same with 2. 3 is exclusive to set A. It is nowhere to be found in set B. That is correct. 4, nowhere to be found in set A. That is exclusive to set B. Same thing with 5. Now, there is one edge case that we haven't handled. You can see if I pass in a duplicate value 4, we get the string BB. That is not what we want. We want our strings to only repeat once. Now that is going to be it for this video. In the next video, I will show you how to solve this problem of repeat strings in our object arrays. Stay tuned.